Welcome back to Spend Too Much Diecast. What is going on, crew? Welcome back to the channel. To all my returning crew members, if you are new here, welcome to Spend Too Much Diecast. We do lots of different diecast unboxings, Hot Wheels, Matchbox, Jada, Fast and Furious, full sets, full collections, all that good stuff. Alrighty, so today we're going to be continuing doing our 25th anniversary or 25 years of Fast and Furious. I did go ahead and grab two more of the 1/24th color brush finish. So as of right now, we already did the Eclipse. Here is the Supra we're going to do, and then we're going to do the GTR R34. These are the 1/24th versions. They're also releasing these color brush finishes in 1/32. The only one that I have of that is the Charger, so I'm trying to wait to get the rest to do another unboxing. But there is going to be a Supra, I think there is a R35, there's going to be Suki's S2K and all that good stuff. So they're releasing all different times, all different ways. So instead of holding on to them, I think as soon as I can get my hands on some of these new cars, we're going to go ahead and get them unboxed. And you can see my box on this one is super dirty, but we don't save the box. So here is the Supra for the color brush finish, and of course the 25 years of Fast and the Furious, which is really cool. And then here is the Skyline. I do know that they are also going to be doing the all blue Skyline in the chrome brush finish. So I also do have the normal versions next to us, so we can compare, because I do see a little bit of differences on this one. But hopefully that's just for the color brush. Hopefully they don't release another version of this one, but I guess we'll have to see. So like usual, I'll go ahead, get these things cut out of the box. We'll come back and take a closer look at the Alrighty, crew, and we are back. So before we get started, I do just want to say thank you to all my crew members out there, everybody who likes, shares, comments, subscribe. It is because of you we do this channel, so thank you very much. If you are new here to the channel, take 2 seconds, go down below, hit the subscribe button, join the crew. Also give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. Become a part of the Spent Too Much Diecast crew. Alrighty, so like I said, today we're going to be continuing the Fast and the Furious 25 years, and we're going to be doing 2 more of the candy finishes for the Fast and the Furious. We already opened up the Eclipse, so if you want to go back and see that. Then we have here the Supra and the R34. Like I said, there are more coming out this year. The whole line of them basically are going to be getting a chrome finish in both the 1/32 and some in the 1/24th. I think more in the 1/24th, and then a few are in the 1/32. And then I did go ahead and bring along the normal version so we can see if there's any differences on that. All right, and then again, make sure you guys grab your top. It is in the back of the box, so you want to make sure that you do not forget that. So I think we'll start it off with the Supra first, and then we'll go to the Skyline, so we'll get that out of the way. Of course, like I said, you do get the removable top, so make sure you do take that. It is attached to the back of the box. All right, so starting it off, we're going to have an item number. Item number on this one is 37703, scale 1/24th. Also, I did take off the sticker from the box, and I am going to keep them on the bottom so I know which ones are which. So this is the color brush finish on this one. So we do get the plastic base, and then everything in here, the insert here is plastic. We do get the taillights, all the graphic. And then this is going to be the candy brush finish. So basically, you can see the bare metal under it, and then they basically put this finish over it, which is kind of like translucent, but you can still get a color. So it is pretty cool how they do it. It's kind of like a chrome translucent finish, which is pretty cool. So it's kind of hard to explain how it exactly is, but however they paint it, it does look different. You can tell in different spots get different amount of paint, so it does look a little bit different especially in like the areas that aren't like directly sprayed. But here it is to the side. You get the wheels, calipers, brakes. There's the graphics. So I think what they do is they first paint the vehicle, and then the graphics are over the paint job, so they still pop. And then of course this is the newer release, so we did lose one of the on the older version. There is Gretty on the bottom. All the newer ones, that is gone. Same rubbery style side graphic. Then we'll take a look at the inside. So they downgraded the inside a lot, and you'll see here when we do the comparison. But we do have the pedals, the steering wheel, the shift knob, all that stuff. Otherwise, the interior now is just all black, no extra coloring. And then go along to the back here, we have the Jada Toys Fast and Furious, Toyota Supra, the exhaust is plastic, spoiler, still the same two-tone. Open the trunk, we have the NOS bottles, which are silver. Otherwise, everything in there is black plastic. Okay, go along to the passenger side, we got about the same graphics. Of course, it is the T-top, which is nice, or the removable tops, you can see in there. And then under the hood, let's see what we got. All right, so we do get the chrome again. It still has the twin turbo on the head. Otherwise, everything else is just chrome and black. All right, then let's just do a quick comparison, because there are some differences. Of course, the biggest difference you can tell is the paint job. So here's the original paint job, and then this is what the candy finish, or what is they call it, color brush finish looks like. So you can definitely see the difference. That's see how you can see the metal underneath, and then that one you can't. All right, so some differences that I've definitely noticed is, all right, so one of them, they replaced the silver grill with just being black. They did not give us paint for the fog lights. They did take away the number 12 on the lower bumper, and then we didn't get as much stuff painted here as well, like on the other one. So that's a big downgrade for the color brush. All right, then let's take a look at the side. So again, we don't have paint there when we had it there. The graphics looks the same. They didn't paint the red reflector in the back. And then the biggest thing that I noticed, which kind of is upsetting, is they took away the two-tone interior. Look at that. So the original one had the blue seats, the yellow roll cage, the blue steering wheel, and the new one all black. We don't get color or nothing, so that kind of stinks. I wish they would have continued doing the original with the other one. And then same with the trunk there. They got rid of the blue NOS bottles. They don't paint the amplifiers or the speakers or anything like that. It went from having a cool interior to basically nothing. Other than that, the rear end looks the same. It's got the same, it's got a different license plate, but that's not a big one. Otherwise, they took away the chrome exhaust and they just put a black one. They didn't paint the third brake light. The spoiler looks the same. Mine's a little crooked compared to that one. That one looks a little crooked on there. And then of course on the other side, it's probably going to be just about the same. Yeah, you don't get the corner light painted. You don't get the black over here painted. Otherwise, it's same wheels, same all that. They just lacked on the paint job. And let me see if I can see the both interiors or both the motors. All right, so the motors look the same. They didn't change anything with that. So there it is, guys. There is the Supra, the 25th anniversary version of the candy finish, color brush finish, compared to the original. All right, now let's go ahead and take a look at the second part of the video, which is going to be the R34. And again, I do have the original over here, so we'll compare that at the end. Let's see what they did differently. So we will start it off with a number. Usually the Skyline here has a generic number, but for the Fast and Furious, they actually have one. 36818 color brush finish. Again, I took the sticker, but here it is with the plastic base. Let's see what they got up front here. All right, so we got the GTR on the grill. We have the lenses. The intercooler here is chrome. The inserts are black. Then you do have that same kind of finish where it's almost like it's the body with just a clear coat, since it's silver. So I don't even really think they might have even painted it. They might have just put a clear coat over the metal. They might have cleaned the metal up a little bit so it looks better. But so there is the stripe down the hood. Of course, you got the graphics. Take a look at the side. You have the graphics, wheels, rotors, calipers. Okay, here's the stripe, and this one does fade a lot. So it goes from the dark blue all the way down to the light blue, but then when it picks back up here, it's darker. So they did something different with the stripe. Okay, the same rubbery style side mirror. There's your interior, all black. I don't remember what the other one was. We'll have to make sure we check it out. Okay, we got the black with blue spoiler. All right, going to the back here, we do have the taillights, Nissan GTR logo, Toyo tires. It's got the updated Too Fast, Too Furious license plate. The exhaust is chrome. And then same with the passenger side. There it is, going a little bit lighter. This one's a little darker than the other side. This other side, they really went light with it. And then under the hood, oh, just all chrome. That's crazy. All right, oh, we didn't look at the driver's side. So there's your driver's side. We do have the gauges. Nothing about it. All right, so now let's compare it to the normal one. So here was the normal one. There is the color difference. You can see that it's just clear compared to the silver paint or the gray paint. All right, so that is different. So on the new version, they gave it to us all chrome. On this one, it was black and chrome, which kind of pops a little bit more. The stripe is the same. The logos are the same. So far, the only difference I noticed is that. Let's check out the side. Yep, so I was right about the stripe. Look at the original stripe, how it stays the dark blue all the way through. And then on the newer one, they go from dark to light. So I know in the movie, I think it does contrast like that, but I don't know if it's that much. We also don't get the amber light, which is here. Let's see, interior. All right, so the really only difference with the interior is on the original, the shift knob was chrome. On the other one, it's just black. So there's really no difference there. All right, then let's see. All right, for the rear end, everything looks about the same. The original had the old license plate, and the newer one seems to have different taillights. They're a little bit more brighter. Other than that, yeah, it's kind of funny. So the 25th anniversary gave us a brake light, but the original didn't. We never looked in the trunk either. I think they're Nothing in there. Yeah, that's the same. Also, look at this too. On the original, look how big the GTR logo is. And on the 25th anniversary, look how much smaller they made it. Also, they gave us the Nissan logo, but on this one we don't. But we still got the chrome exhaust, all that good stuff. So on the original, we also did have chrome pedals and a shift tack, but on the other one, everything is just black. And then, of course, there is your difference on the side. And let's compare the two engines. Oh, wow. All right. So they skimped on that too. All right, so on the original Nissan, look at that. Look at the detailed motor. You had the red, the silver, and the black. And on the new one, it's just all chromed out. It looks like a different motor's in there. It's like they didn't even have a spot to put the GTR head on it. The two motors look different. Oh, they just didn't paint it. That's what it is. Oh, it looks way better painted than not painted. That is crazy. I was thinking about buying another one of the Supras and then switching the interior. But then if I get into that, I would want to put the better motor in here compared to that, but that's gonna get too expensive if I got to keep buying all these cars. But there we go, guys. There is two more of the 25th anniversary color brush cars. You'll definitely have to let me know down in the description if you guys are collecting these. Let me know your comments about them putting different interiors in. I think it's kind of a cheaper way. The paint job's not that much different. It would make them have to skimp on that, but who knows? That's what they're doing. But thanks for watching another unboxing here at Spend Too Much Diecast, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye.